Generally, we did notice a few things, and some of them are largely speculative on our part. But one major fundamental division is political. The Sandinista party is in power in the mayor's office, so that's something we have to consider. One of our contacts, Nubia, is active member of the Sandinista party, whereas another contact, Marlena, is not a member of the party. And actually those were the two host families we stayed with. So not that that's immediately relevant, but that's a good example of people sort of that we have a close contact with that are politically divided in a sense. Additionally, there is religious division. One was Catholicism, the other was
Evangelical Christian.
Evangelical Christian. Nubia was actually telling us about how there was a distinct split between the two, and you sort of think of people as, oh yeah, he's evangelical, he's Catholic. Again, it's a subtle thing, it doesn't necessarily overtly impact what we're doing, but it is something to consider. And one thing that was made pretty clear to us is the CAPS, the water board, is made up of a diverse group of mixed political, religious, socioeconomic figures. So they are acknowledging, at least, that there is division and trying to represent everyone well. There is a very distinct geographic division. The fact that Sebeti is such a linear town, it's shaped sort of like a hockey stick in a way. At the base of the hockey stick by the main road, there's houses off to the side which are generally better off. They generally have private wells that work, and they're happy with their way of life. Then sort of at the peak is the school and the main entrance to the main long road. About there is sort of the center of town, and that's where we stayed. That's where most CAPS members are from. Really, that's where we got the biggest feel for the community. That's where all the little kids congregated to play street baseball. That was definitely sort of town center, to put it one way. Then farther down, the houses became much more spread out and definitely worse off overall. And I forgot to mention, in the town center, that's where the well by the school fed to the tank, which was the main tank they used. And also right about where that inner part ended is the other main well. So both the deep wells are sort of central in this very spread out town. Then moving onward, it's more rural, less developed, often poor, but not always. There was definitely a mix. There's a point where the electricity in the town ends, and everyone past that does not have electricity. And when we surveyed those people, it was, first of all, physically difficult to get to those houses, but also their answers to the survey took sort of a quantum leap away from some of the other, uniform needs of the rest of the community. So there was definitely geographic division, which we will have to consider as our project moves forward.